Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to the Sop Motorsports Winter Series Round 3 at the Hungaroring. I am Double O Raven. I'm joined once again in the virtual commentary booth by the man with the plan, SOP Colour Red, Bailey. How we doing this week, Bailey?
Very good. How are you?
Yes, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Looking forward to what's promising to be another cracking race at another cracking track. We are at the Hungaroring. It is round 3. Let us get you all excited and get some... he says car noises in the background. He has had a connection failure, Bailey. So what I will quickly do...
Same.
Oh, we've both had connection issues. So what we will do is we will bring up the pro standings to have a look at. It is round 3 that we are in. And after 2 rounds, we see AJ to the P is at the top of the standings with Car Mentalist in second place on 39 points. We've got AMPO in third. Girinho, good evening Mustafa, how we doing? We've got Girinho in fourth with Baggy in fifth. Chromodix is in sixth, a great first race for him last week. TSR Piolo's in seventh. THKKR Militant. And let me just have another look at it. Sorry, I'm just also trying to reconnect to the game. We're having all the fun of the fair tonight, Bailey. I think it is safe to say. But let me just get a proper look at these pro standings here. No, connection failed. Yes, as I'm saying, Piolo's in 7th, THKKR's in 8th, with Militant in 9th, and that guitar dude makes up the top 10 on 20 points. It's all very close, 20 points. There's only 32 points separating the top 10 drivers after 2 races, so it really is all to play for. Lord Megatron is only a point off in 11th, with Wilson, Big Mike, Corner Crack, Matt Serves and TKR Saturn making up the top 15. We have Mr. Deathzone in 16th. Rainmeister is in 17th. Ian TDI is in 3rd with TJT Adam and Jacques Racing 19th and 20th in the championship. We do sincerely hope we're able to bring you some racing tonight, folks. Unfortunately, the server gods don't look like they want to play. We will crack on in a minute. What we can do as well, we do have another 3 divisions. So we've also got a silver and an amateur division. In the silvers, at the moment, is being led by CRN Hagee and CRN Shadow with CRN GTR in 3rd place. So the CRN boys in the Bentley, the McLaren and the Nissan making up the 3 podium positions after 2 races. Yeah. So they guys will be doing it. Mike the Killer's in there. We've got Marky Marks in there as well. Tropic Raw, RR Catch, Red Fly, Jimmy Boy Horn. Sir Psycho's in there as well. So a great mix of drivers there in the silvers. And we'll quickly jump and have a look at the amateur standings while I still pray that we can get... Oh, that was the amateur standings, sorry. I do apologise. That was the AMs. Let's have a look.
No, AM is TSR Jimmy.
Oh,
leading.
TSR Jimmy, yes. So that's coming up. Come on, TKR Saturn. We're also looking for Big Mike. Yes, so we've got fans in the chat. Unfortunately, guys, connection to the server is looking like it's
letting us down.
It really is letting us down. Let me just have a look in the Discord chat and see if any of the drivers made it in. Okay, so some people have made it in. It just appears that some are, like ourselves, Bailey, fairly unlucky and unable to connect at the moment, which is a huge, huge shame. Let's have a look. We'll run through. While we're waiting on this, thanks everybody for joining us. We've got TK and Mercury and my staff in the chat. Say hi in the chat. We are trying to connect to the servers. We'll run through the pros and the arms and the silvers. Let me just see, why is that not showing? And that is that what we're going to do? I am Double O Raven. This is SOP Curly Red 12. We are part of the SOP Motorsport commentary group. Join us on Discord. Come in. Give us a like and a subscribe on the video, just if nothing else, and to give us a little confidence pat on the back, because the servers certainly are doing everything they can to kick us in the ego right now, Bailey. literally is. Let me get something more interesting. Where is what I'm looking at? Yes, so the next event that we have coming up is on the 19th of December. It is a 2.4 hour event at
Wow.
Silverstone. It promises to be an absolute cracker, Bailey. I know you and I are both involved in this one, yeah?
Yes, absolutely.
And got much practice time in so far?
A
Not
few
too much,
runs.
I hope. Not too much. I mean, yeah. Not that there's a bit of a down between the commentators to see who's the quickest. I may have started that one inadvertently myself. So, hell mend me, as we say north of the border here in Scotland. Still having trouble connecting to the servers here,
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
So I think it's fair to say the drives will be underway by now.
Yes, I think it's safe to say they will be underway. As we were saying, there is a track map of the Hungaroring. I'd love to spend time talking you through all the corner names, but they are named Turn 1 through Turn 13. There is a 12A and a 3A, which were added in the late 80s. What else can we tell them about the track, Bailey? It was built in 1986. And at the time,
Yeah.
it was a record breaker. It was built in 8 months.
8 months.
Which
yeah.
at the time was the quickest to build a Formula 1 track ever. When it was built, it was just short of 2.5 miles long. It's been extended to just short of 2 3/4. And I've just been kicked again.
Well, I tell you what, if you we'll put it into perspective, weren't we, about the 8 months, and if you just look at the track, it's one of my favourite tracks, by the way. Don't know if
Yep.
I've told you this before. I absolutely love the Hungaroring.
Excellent.
It's probably because I'm actually comfortable around it.
Right, okay.
And no one can overtake me.
Excellent, excellent.
But 8 months, put that into perspective. You think about houses, we were saying, weren't we? Houses don't go up in 8 months on estates.
Indeed.
So that's incredible
Yeah,
to build a track.
Yeah, it really, really is. It really is. There we go. Let's go militant. We've got to, but yeah, no, that is an absolutely stunning amount of time to build a track, to get the infrastructure built. Over there in Hungary, it was added to the Formula 1 calendar, and it's been used a lot. Again, this seems to be a lot of theme is motorcycle racing. Bathurst,
Oh,
we
right.
did remember we've done quite a few endurance races where
Yes.
the Brands Hatch, Bathurst, all started out as motorcycle tracks, and there's certainly been a fair share of motorcycle races taking place at the Hungaroring as well. So it's definitely used as a multi-purpose, high-speed, adrenaline junkie playground. I would say it was safe to say, Bailey.
Yes.
Let's have a look. I will bring back up the calendar. We are still trying to connect to the servers. Thank you everyone for hanging in there. We will bring you the racing as and when we can, but at the moment neither Bailey nor myself can get connected, unfortunately. But we will continue to try, because these guys do race for 55 minutes. It is the Winter Sprint Series. This is round 3. We are at the Hungaroring in Hungary. The first 2 races have thrown up some absolute crackers, and we were fully expecting another one tonight, as I frantically push the button, Bailey, to hopefully get us back engaged. Have you had any joy yet?
Nope.
No.
Have you gone green?
No, I've not gone green. I've restarted. It went red, then went yellow, then went red again.
Yeah, I'm stuck on connecting, which means it's going to crash.
Yeah, it probably does.
We all know.
Yeah, not exactly. Do you say hi in the chat, everyone?
Yes.
Give us a hello. We'll say I
everyone.
had the chat set wrong, so if you did say hi before, I might not have seen it. So jump back in and say hello. There is the sound of the race coming up in the background, so we'll hope that actually does something this time. We are looking at the Winter Series calendar. After the winter break, Bailey, of course, we've got 3 absolutely phenomenal tracks. Suzuka, Kailami, and then one of my personal favourites, Barcelona. There we go. You get the singing for free, chaps and chapettes. Just saying. Yeah, 3 absolutely fantastic courses to race it coming up after the break, Bailey.
Yes, absolutely. Fantastic is not the word. I think a lot of the tracks we choose to go racing at are not just because they're great, it's because they provide action. And the first 2 rounds have provided action. If you missed Massano, that was one that definitely didn't bore. us as commentators, but
Absolutely
caused
not.
some havoc for us, didn't it? Because we lost connection a few times with each
Yeah.
other, and
I
I
lost
thought
my
I was
voice for 2
commentating.
days.
Yeah,
With that ending,
yeah,
I
a lot
lost my
of
voice.
action.
Yeah, it was all action.
Yeah,
Um, Unfortunately, what's not all action tonight is the connection to the ACC
yeah.
servers. It is. We sit on every stream, Bailey and I. We do repeat this. ACC, we love you. Your physics is awesome. Your
Absolutely.
game is amazing. Your spectator mode is horrendous. Fix it, please. Thank you. Love you. And Miss Mazzano, was there any connection issues? There was, Mercury. We had some blue screen issues, and then we had some connection issues, which meant we lost half the commentary team, and it was the intelligent half, as Bailey was kicked out, unfortunately, which meant you lot were left with little old me jumping down the microphone for the ending. So yeah, we have had blue screen issues. Ahoy. What we'll do is we'll bring back up the pro standings then. So after 2 rounds, this is what the championship looked like. And we didn't expect it to look like this, Bailey, for fair, because the man leading AJ to the P, for all intents and purposes, was qualifying massively out of place in both races and
Yeah.
put on a phenomenal charge in both to secure
Well,
himself some decent finishes.
well, exactly. And I was going to bring it up because if you guys haven't joined prior to John losing connection, not being able to show you anything, AJ's not in the race. He's not made it in,
Oh, wow.
which is going to give Baggy, who is 33 points, if he wins, that's 63 points, and that's AJ falling down the pecking order.
Once again.
If Carmentalist and all those guys can get a good result, so he's lost out big time here.
He
Absolutely.
really has. And the thing is, as well, we've got AJ and Baggy are in the same team, Indigo Lime Racing.
They are, yeah.
But Baggy as well, if you remember last week at Mazzano, the reason it was so crazy, Baggy actually disconnected at the end of qualifying, had to start from the back of the grid.
Yes, from the from the pit lane.
From the pit lane. In fact,
A
yes,
lap
he
down.
did. A lap down. In
lap
fact,
down.
more than a lap down. He was
Yeah.
miles behind. And got
And then it
himself
rained.
back up a few places, and then it rained, yeah, which was awesome viewing. It really was just an absolute treat of a race. So that's the pro standings. Let's have another look at the silver standings as we still try and connect. We will keep the broadcast going in the hope that we can bring you some racing tonight, folks. We really hope you hang in there with us. It is the Winter Series Sop Motorsports, and there's another connection failed, so I'm just going to completely ignore that. And we'll crack on with the silver standings. As we say, we do have 3 tiers of drivers, the amateurs, the silvers, and the pros. We are here to watch the pros.
60 drivers, wow.
So 60 drivers we have in the silvers. We have Ben Gallagher in 20th. We've got Jimmy Boy Horn. Loves his. We'll love Jimmy Boy on the
Yes.
on the old endurance races. He's a good lad. We've got Texas Mac in 18th. Red Fly is in 17th. RR Catch is in 16th with Tropic Rat in 15th. We've got Murcielago, who is strangely driving a Bentley. He's in 14th with Marky Mark in 13th. Roth Hooder is in 12th and AMG Dens is in 11th. The top 10 for the silvers after 2 rounds. We've got TSR Science Zato. We've got Sir Psycho in 8th. Mike the Killer, is in 10th. We've got Ray Steve in 7th. Stefan VH in 6th. Bazaboy in 5th. MSX 1978 is in 4th. And as we mentioned before, the 3 CRN boys, GTR, Shadow and Heihei, in that order, making up the top 3. So very much a Team CRN party in the Silver League, Bailey.
Well, yeah, and something to point out, the top 3 are all in different cars. And I think silver, when I do the stand-ins, which is actually annoying me how unstraight some of these logos are. When I do the stand-ins for silver, it's such a variety of cars, because with the pros, if I can get it myself, I don't think we've got that much variety in terms. There's a lot of Audis, a lot of Bentleys, a lot of Porsches, and a Ferrari, one Lexus. So there's a lot of variety in the silver, which shows that all the drivers are in different cars. And if the 2 Nissans 4th and 3rd, and yeah, I think that's a good showing for the silver, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it really is. It really is. And these guys, like you say, all these different cars, all these different tracks. And like you say, not a lot of the cars are pros. We've said it before, we do feel that a couple of cars the pros take are slightly safe with the Bentley, with the Audi, things like that. And yeah, these guys not afraid to throw a Ferrari, a Porsche, a GTR. The McLaren, I know, is a very good car. I'm surprised to not see more of that.
Yes.
I know I've got a good friend who drives that particular car, and he does make it look like a fantastic thing in motion. So I'm surprised we don't have more of them. We'll quickly jump on board and have a look at the amateur standings. As we say, we do have 3 tiers. There is 60 drivers that race week in, week out over these 6-week tournaments. And in the amateurs, we've got CTM Elect Solo. And lads, we've actually got a BMW, Bailey, the only BMW in the whole competition. A couple of Aston Martins in here as well. So we've got SCH Mate. There we go. Go Stops is in 18th. With Etienne Moreno sitting in 17th. Stormload is in 16th. And Squat City is in 15th. In a McLaren, as we just mentioned. Jay Watson, I knew he seemed like a sensible guy. He's in a Ferrari, Bailey. We love a Ferrari, don't we, Bailey?
We love a Ferrari.
We love a Ferrari. We've got SP Madeira in a Lamborghini. We've got Philip and Dark Blue Dan in Aston Martins in 11th and 12th. The top 10 in the amateurs, though, Bailey. We've got Ace Tuned in a Bentley. We've got Sharka Zulu, who we know very well from endurance races. We've got Ibrofin. He's in a Lamborghini. We've got GUF, not a clue. RDN Yokachan and Salmixits and Defoe make up 6th, 5th and 4th. A couple of Ferraris in the Bentley. In the top 3, no surprise to me, is Fizzy Snuggles, Mad Max Taylor and TSR Jimmy. He's a good lad, is our Jimmy. And they make up the amateurs. Again, a good wide variety of cars there and some cracking racers, even down in the lower division there, Bailey.
Well, good news for me. I'm not sure about you. Better news for the viewers as well. I am in. I'm watching the race, and there seems to be the order that we started off. Baggy is 4 seconds ahead. And Mr. Desso must have had a problem because he's cleared his pit stop. He is close to being lapped by Baggy already. THKKR is battling away with Matt Curve in the Audi, and they are fighting quite hard. Down the grid, we do have Ampio, followed by ERS Militant. I haven't heard that one before. ENTDI, and AJ is in. AJ to the P has made it in. So I must have not read his name.
So there we go. AJ is in.
He's in 9th.
I am frantically. The one thing I've not used tonight. There we go. Window capture, ladies and gentlemen, fans of SOP. We bring you the racing. Finally, it is here. We are 4 laps in. We've still got 47 minutes to go. So we've just had a quick roundup from Bailey. Let's start at the back and give ourselves a jump through the 19 drivers that have made it in. We've got Mr. Deathzone in 19th. We've got Chromedix in 18th. Rainmeister is in 17th. With TSR Piolo in 16th. PTX Guga, new name there. We've got Bailey is in 15th.
Yeah.
Lord Megatron, all hail Megatron, is in 14th. Jack Racing is in 13th. Corner Crack 12th. Saturn is in 11th, and under all kinds of pressure as we jump on board there. So that's some Bentley on Bentley Lexus action, and as we all know, Bailey, that is some fantastic action when we get this combination of cars. Action. We have been watching some great stuff from these guys.
Yeah, exactly. Back in, when I say back in, well, here we go. This is Corner Crack looking to make a move around the outside already in the final corner on the back straight on the Bentley. Is that car fast enough to get him into the first corner, possibly, as he moves to defend?
So Bentley 1's moved to Bentley 2's moved to defend. Bentley 1 has held the driving line. Lexus 1 has gone round the outside.
No!
He's closed the door beautifully on him there. The Bentley pulling a fantastic door close there. Absolutely legitimately held that position fantastically there. Cuts off the Lexus nose and says, no thanks very much. I'm quite happy in 11th place. On your way, young man.
Yeah, exactly. And all these two are doing is making sure that AJ gets away. And talking about AJ to the P, he is now on the back of ENTDI in the Porsche. But I think we should move up towards the front where I'm watching THKKR.
Okay, so let's go. ENTDI is in 8th. We've got Militant is in 7th. ANPO, we know he's going to finish high. He's in 6th. Carmentalist is in 5th. Girino is in 4th. He will be looking to get his beloved 3rd place back. THKKR, you're right, he is in 3rd place, chasing down Matt Serves as Baggy gets himself a 6.5 second lead. So we'll all stay on board with THKKR in the Porsche. He is all over the back of Matt Serves. He is giving that man all kinds of business problems here, Bailey.
Well, he's been sticking on since I joined. The first car I clicked on was him because I saw Baggy was in the lead, so I thought, well, let him have his moment when he wins the race or whatever happens going on. As we just see, look at this pace this Porsche's got. He's dragged down the back, the slipstream from the Audi, and they go back to the racing line. Is he going to make a move? No. Good defender from the Audi.
I'll tell you what, they'll whip-de-boop. If he keeps it close here, he's got a tighter line. He'll be looking for a faster exit.
Yeah.
He is absolutely...
How many of these... Well, how many of these drivers will be thinking, hold on, it's getting pretty cloudy around this track. Remember what happened to Massano? It peed down.
It absolutely rained. So, yeah, track temperature is at a low of 19 degrees, Bailey.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Keeping heat in these tyres is definitely going to be interesting.
It will be.
It really is. Welcome everyone in the chat. Yes, here we go. Did you guys say the EJ's in the race? Here we go. Yes, Mercury, TKR Saturn and Wilson Big Mike, ex-teammates and work colleagues.
Lovely.
Okay, so TKR Mercury. And
are we watching?
Who are we watching? We're watching THKKR. He just
Porsche,
kicked up some dust. Yes.
Well, look at the Matt Serve is. I don't know how to say his name, but Matt Curve. He's struggling a bit in the chicane. He cut it, but I did see. I think a lot of people complaining about people cutting that chicane in particular. Am I right?
That chicane does have what could be classed as ropey track limits.
Right.
Depending on how your car's set up, there are ways to cut that. If you do get it mildly wrong, your car will exit the circuit and land someplace in Croatia. Yeah, so it definitely can be cut. It's definitely a tricky one, but you can pick up a track limits. Not a full warning. You can get a track limits no time gain, and I think that can be used to people's advantage, which can bring
absolutely
consternation in the group. We've got Murdoch Races in the chat. Hi guys, great comment, thanks you very much. Great battle for second here. It really is a great battle for second. When you say great commentary, these drivers really do make it easy for us, Bailey, let's be honest.
Oh, absolutely. This is the best of the best from all Pro, Silver, Pro, Silver and Am, sorry. They're all the best drivers who signed up. We did have a lot of drivers sign up for this sprint series. Definitely more than we expected, and only 20 of each category get selected, whoever gets it first. And these are the 20 who are chosen for the Pro.
Yeah, and they are certainly pro-level drivers right through the field. We've got Mr. Death Zone. He is still currently back in 19. Sorry, he has pitted. He's got Chromodix coming up behind him. Corner Crack is in the pit, so he's getting his pit stop out the way early. We've got Rainmeister, Lord Megatron and TSR Piolo having themselves a great freeway little battle here. There is a little gap between them to PTX Guga, who is a new racer in this league. We've got Jack's racing in 12th, TKR Saturn is in 11th, and he is hunting down Wilson Big Mike. So TKR Mercury, this is, I'm not sure if you actually want to see this. Do you want to see your guys battling here? AJ to the P's off circuit. AJ to the P's off circuit, and he's just come back on. That's a decent enough rejoin given that it was into a braking zone, so he doesn't look like he's cost the guys ahead too much time.
Bentleys.
But yeah, this is some Bentley on Bentley action.
Oh, we stick on to this one, I think,
Oh
John.
yeah, absolutely, definitely not going anywhere.
Oh, he's pitting.
Oh, so AJ's pitting, he's got himself out of the way, so I wonder if he's taking on damage or just needs to clear his head a bit as the two Bentleys of Wilson Big Mike TKR Saturn come screaming along the start-finish straight into turn one. As we said before, Hungaroring, very imaginatively named. The corners are literally numbered. So please don't think the commentary team have been lazy this evening. We put in the same effort. I can assure you we put in the same effort every race to get this stuff running, to get you guys entertained. And yeah, it turns out the guys at Hungaroring were that busy building it in record time they forgot to name the corners. Oh, and there's a bit of a wiggle from Big Wilson Mike up front there, maybe partially feeling the pressure here. Saturn is laying his allegiances down Mercury's laying his allegiances down. He's going, come on, Saturn. So he's looking for Saturn to do a nice big orbit round the outside. See what I did there? On Big Wilson bike as they come over the disputed chicane. And again, Bailey, we're treated to some absolutely cracking action. I think we're going to have to jump on board with STDRS Girino. We do know he loves to be in third place. Took the third place in the championship by a point last season.
Yes, he did.
And finds himself battling with THKKR for third place in this race. There is so many cars close to one another again, Bailey. I think we'll just stick on board with these guys for a bit, although there is a Militant and TDI are absolutely going hammer and tong as well. TKR Saturn.
Oh, here we go. Watch this.
We've got, yep, here we go. We've absolutely got Matt Serves has just run wide with TKR, and we've got a drive-through penalty for AJ. AJ's picked up a penalty, and that was for a track limit, so that will be a drive-through, not a full stop and go for speeding in the pits. And we've got this train of second, third, fourth, and I believe fifth as well, are about to come up on a back marker of Mr. Death Zone in the Ferrari.
It's the Death Zone, yeah.
So yeah, this is certainly going to be interesting to see how this group of cars deal with this back marker. This is because, to be fair to him, he's going to see one car coming, see a blue flag. He's not. I mean, it's not often. It's very easy to not realise there's two cars blue flagging.
Well,
this guy's got four. So
yes. Oh, here we go. He's looking to make a move into the chicane, but the Ferrari's in the way. He's gone for the move. He's gone for the move.
Oh, the Ferrari's
he's
gone
gone for shot.
Oh, the Porsche is absolutely
good.
The corner. He's giving the place back.
He's given the place back, but he's got a fight with who's that?
Girino! Oh, and there's contact, and Girino's taken full contact there from HKKR, which is like a bunch of drivers through. Full credit to Girino. He did hold his brakes there and didn't cause any further incidents, but that is an unfortunate coming together there that's absolutely going to shake up this field in this championship.
Well, I tell you what, that was no fault of any drive there, except for the fact that obviously, who is it? Is it THKKR went for the dive? The Ferrari was in the way. The blue flags. He probably went for the send a bit too late and realised, misjudged it, cut the cross, gave the position back. Girino wanted that position then to fight.
Yeah.
THKKR did say, yeah, we'll fight, but you're going to have to fight me hard. And to be fair, the move was there-ish. That corner is a tricky one, though. It is a very tricky one to make a move on.
It's a very tricky one. I think as well we'll have to give the two drivers involved, definitely give them a massive benefit of the doubt, because obviously with the Ferrari there, the Ferrari's big wiggle from THKKR, and Car Mentalist is absolutely going to gobble that right up. He is going to go round the outside.
Oh wow.
Into turn 4. No quarter after giving it. He's made the move stick. He's made the absolutely round of applause here for Car Mentalist in the Lexus. Goes round the outside amazing. On the way into turn 4. As they come into this chicane, he will be catching his breath and eyeing up that Bentley in front of him for a bit of slipstream. That is a back marker they're coming towards. THKKR though, absolutely not relenting this place in any way, shape or form. He is absolutely hanging on the back, less than a tenth of a second off the back of the Bentley, so he will be looking to return that favour. We'll have a quick look down. We've got ESRAT Millers, another fantastic group behind here, as we look just behind these two guys that are fighting for third and fourth. They're bringing in our good friend AMPO, of course the reigning, defending Sop Motorsport champion, who won the Pro Series. He's currently running in fifth with ERS Militant all over the back of him in that Audi. And we've also got Ian TDI, who is lurking with intent, I would say, Bailey, just off the back of these guys.
Yeah, and we can't count him out either.
Look at them,
all jostling for position.
There we go.
Oh, jostling.
Took the defensive line. Is he going to engage the cutback?
Oh, no.
Oh, just didn't get the power down there, so that's cost him. He almost made that stick, and unfortunately, that has put him right back into the clutches of Ian TDI. We'll jump back up and have a quick look at Car Mentalist, who is now behind THKKR.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay,
KKR has
so
got
a
the move
move.
back done again. So there we go. Wow. So this really is sensational stuff. Even back in the field here, we've got TSR Piolo, who is, sorry guys back here, normally you are who we would be watching, but the battle up front is just phenomenal. But TSR Piolo is battling it out here to get himself into the top 10 against the league new guy, unless it's somebody that's changed their gamer tag. Does anyone know who PTX
Who's that now?
is? PTX GUGA?
Yeah, no, he's been in. Is he not in the pro normally?
That's not a name I think I recognise, to be honest.
I've seen the name before.
Right, okay.
Pro. No, he hasn't been in the pro. You're right.
No,
so we've lost someone.
We have lost someone from the pro series, but what we've not lost is these guys' desire to fight, race, and overtake one another.
Absolutely.
As we look at this fantastic shot, we jump on board with Car Mentalist. He is chasing down THKKR while praying to all things holy that AMPO has to battle with Militant, because the last thing you want is AMPO. And I tell you, AMPO I think has broken away a bit, Bailey.
Yeah, he always does this, and he loves to surprise us in the middle of a race.
Yeah.
Always there, lurking around in his Lamborghini.
Yeah, he really is, and he has got himself a bit of a gap to Ian, who's going to keep it nice and calm in that Porsche. Militant's pitted, so we're going to see another shake about with the places. Gerino has made it back up to 8th place, so showing some blistering pace there after the incident he was involved in with THKKR. We should, Bailey, I feel we're 12 minutes into the race. We should probably at least say hi to Baggy. Hi, Baggy. How you doing? Everyone shout hi, Baggy. 14 and a half seconds in the lead after only 12 laps. So,
well, yeah. I mean, we've been watching him pull away, and I've just seen the gap just slowly crawl up. Well, I say slowly, fairly quickly, to be fair. But Matt Curve has been making a bit of a gap between him and THKKR after they were battling for so long. 4 seconds the gap between those two. So
yeah, they are. Well, I definitely think THKKR getting involved with Car Mentalist has been music to the eyes of Matt Serves. We've got another drive-through penalty. Gerino track limits. So Gerino has a drive-through penalty for his track limits. AJ to the P has cleared his drive-through penalty, so he is now taking his mandatory pit stop and his drive-through penalty, which he received for track limit violations, which is very easily done on this course, I can absolutely assure you. Car Mentalist in the pits.
They're all pitting very early.
Yes, they are pitting very early, so there we go. We've got not 2 cars in the pits, which is
one taking his drive-through.
Yes, Gerino on his drive-through and Car Mentalist coming in to take
very interesting.
Yes, very interesting. So are they looking for a bit of clean track? Are they having problems? May well be having problems with tyre temperature, Bailey. They might be coming in to change tyres just to get an extra bit of PSI, because at 19 degrees.
We've been watching THKKR. He had a huge moment where he was non-stop back and forth, fighting his car. And then, speaking of, who was it, Drino, who has come in also, he was having a bit of a few moments when I was watching him. So maybe you're right. These track temperatures 19 degrees Celsius, and you were saying that's quite cold for a track.
Yes, yeah. You really, I mean, you don't want the track too hot, up in the 30s, but down below 20 degrees. That's really not where it's at for keeping PSI in these tyres. As we see, TSR Piolo is under mega pressure from Lord Megatron here. Oh no, sorry, it's not. It's TSR Piolo and PTX Guga in the Porsche. So TSR Piolo is absolutely all over the back of this Porsche. We've been watching this for a few corners now, and this Bentley, as we keep saying, the size of that thing is just, it's like a juggernaut. And
it is. It's
I'm
huge.
sure that little Volkswagen Beetle, Porsche in front there is absolutely giving it the full Herbie as he runs a bit deep in that corner, and looks like he's feeling the pressure a bit here.
Yeah, absolutely. THKKR, by the way.
Yep.
We'll keep an eye on these two, and PTX Guga pits.
Oh, so he's pitted as well. Wow, so this really is.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Talk about
stuff.
a mix-up of strategies.
This really is. So yeah, just on the 15-minute mark into the race, and we have almost half our drivers have pitted. We have lost 2 drivers. We're down to 17. But given the connection issues that we have been having this evening ourselves, it certainly could be a number of reasons for that, unfortunately. AMPO finds himself up in third with Matt Sears. 16.9 seconds now. He is behind Baggy of Indigo Line Racing. His teammate AJ to the P is back down in 15th for a drive-through penalty for track limits. So it's certainly been a mixed bag this week for the Indigo Line guys, but Baggy's certainly leading the charge for the team, flying the colours proudly and leading the race once again, Bailey.
Yeah, classic. Oh, right, so we've not done our homework, I think, John.
Baggy's coming to the pits.
Something we need to know.
There is
Someone tell us in the chat. What's the strategy around here normally? Is this what they normally do? And also, hello Dan Racer. Good evening. How are you? Very good.
Yes, Dan Racer in the chat. We are very good. Yes, well, I certainly am. Bailey, yeah.
I am. Yes.
Yes, we are loving the racing just now. We've got Rainmeister, who's back down in 17th, bringing up the back of the field. We've got Chromodix, so there's going to be some changes here as Chromodix is a back marker here. He does have AMPO in that predatory looking Lamborghini lurking behind him. He's up in third, so there will be blue flags waving frantically here. AMPO will be looking to get past there as quickly and efficiently as possible, because he does have Ian TDI with his foot to the floor in that Porsche, hunting him down as well, and definitely keeping him at a nice distance where, I'm here, you make a mistake, I've got you, but I'm not going to push hard enough just to force a mistake myself almost. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Gerino's back down in 15th, of course, involved in a very unfortunate incident. We will have to reserve judgment on that. I'm sure if there's any untowards, we will find out in the Discord chat, and we will bring you all the news at the next race. We've got AJ to the P down in 14th, who is trying to fend off Gerino here at the moment. Guga has pitted and find himself behind Big Wilson Mike, who is now 2 places from TKR Saturn, his fellow workmate and teammate, or ex-teammate, sorry. Jacques Racing is the sandwich between these 2 guys in 11th, with Car Mentalist in 9th. When the pit stops come out, we're expecting him to be a bit higher, with THKKR, as we just mentioned, in 8th. ERS Militants in 7th. Baggy is in 6th place, but he has pitted. He is the lead driver to pit, and he is close enough to these guys. He should take the lead. Although we have had our fingers burnt with that one before, Bailey. Lord Megatron's in 5th.
Yes.
Piolo in 4th. Ian TDI finds himself on the podium slot as he comes in to take his mandatory pit stop. AMPO will march on and take first place, because Matt Sears, our on-track leader, is taking his pit stop as well, Bailey. So they really are getting him out the way quickly.
Now, they are, absolutely. And hello. Jump on board with AJ to the P. He's fighting with Gerino. He's trying to go around the outside. Is the Audi driver. He doesn't quite have the grip. AJ to the P.
AJ's lost the back end again. I'm going to say again, not necessarily tonight, but we did see at Brands Hatch, AJ was having some problems with the back of his car. And that's certainly cost him a place there. Not a happy Bentley at all, Bailey. Gerino will cruise off into the distance now, we'd expect. Hello, Chris Jones. How you doing, bud? Thanks for joining us on this wintry Monday evening. We are SOP Motorsports. I'm Double O Raven. This is SOP Curly Red Bailey. And we are bringing you the SOP Motorsport Pro Winter Series Round 3 race at the Hungaroring. I'm just looking to see, we've got Ian TDI and Lord Megatron have now come into pit. So TSR Piolo hasn't pitted yet, and neither has AMPO in the Lamborghini. We're 16 laps in, 20 minutes into the race, and don't think we've ever commentated on a race where this many drivers have pitted this early, Bailey.
Well, absolutely not. It's causing a bit of havoc between us two, because I'm trying to figure out what's going on as we just watch AJ to the P, thinking more like he's going to get that position back, maybe. I
think so. AMPO is just pulled into the pit, so TSR Piolo is going to take the lead. Let's jump on board with AJ to the P. Let's say hi to Kane. How we doing, Kane? Thanks for joining us, bud. Thank you for getting out your bed at this ridiculously early time in Australia. We are multinational, ladies and gentlemen. We are, of course, SOP Motorsport. Join us follow us on Twitter. All the likes, all the subscribes. Like the video, subscribe the video. Join Discord. We've almost got 1,000 drivers. Will you be driver number 1,000? You won't win anything, but you will have the prestige of being driver number 1,000. What more could you possibly want?
Exactly.
Indeed. And you too could be on track being harassed by AJ to the P.
Yes.
Chased round. AMPO and TSR Piolo, is it just me, Bailey, or are they spending a long time in the pits here?
Well, I was thinking this with Baggy because he dropped down quite a few places, but he did also spend an extortionate amount of time in the pits as we just watch AMPO get underway.
Well, here comes Baggy. Yeah, Baggy's way in the lead.
Hold on. 47. Who's 47? 42, sorry.
42 is Rainmeister.
No, who is it? Yellow flags. I can't see who it is. 7. My bad. Lord Megatron? Yeah, Lord Megatron.
Bit of a yellow flag for Megatron. We've jumped on board with Baggy. He is in the lead. So Baggy really has done a number. He is in the lead. AMPO has pitted. He is in second place unless Matt Serves has done it. So the timing boards again making fools as AMPO is now dropping down the order.
Wow.
But he has gained places.
Yeah.
He has gained places. So after the pit, so everyone's pitted. So there we go. 22 minutes in. The whole field has pitted and Bailey has been dropped. Fingers crossed. I don't get pray to the internet gods, people. We've got Rainmeister.
I am.
Yes, let's do this. We've got Rainmeister in the Bentley, is in 17th, hunted down his old friend in another Bentley, Lord Megatron. Chromedix. Now, one of our Audi drivers is in 15th. AJ to the P is in 14th and dropping a bit off the back of Gerino. So Gerino will be looking to make moves after the incident earlier in the race. TSR Piolo's in 12th with Guga in the Porsche. Closing down on Big Wilson Mike, another Bentley driver, and the bottom of our top 10 in this race was Jacques Racing in 9th. TKR Saturn is hunting down Ian TDI, who's hunting down Car Mentalist. AMPO has himself a rear view mirror full of Car Mentalist. THKKR is all over the back of ESR Militant. Matt Serves has got himself a bit of space but doesn't want to let off the gas too much. And Baggy once again has all the space and time in the world as we jump back on board with THKKR, who is absolutely choking to get himself on the podium here. At the moment we've got Porsche, Audi, Porsche in the top 4. I think that speaks volumes for which cars are most effective at this track, Bailey.
Sorry.
No, you're okay.
Right.
Oh, sorry, you're typing in passwords. Why am I doing this to you? Sorry, you're typing in passwords and throwing questions at you.
Just because I'm so far behind, I'm trying to figure out what cars you're talking about, but I'm only now seeing the Porsche battling Militant, so yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
No,
you're right about the cars. You're right about the cars.
Yeah, they really are. Yeah, who else have got in the chat? We had Kofi Pilgrim. Hello, Militant 95 for the win. Murdoch Ray says, we said hi. Hi again, Murdoch. TSR, fantastic commentary, lads. I have to say, thank you very much, Mercury. We appreciate that, bud. Thank you. But like we've always said, it's you guys turning up to drive that absolutely make this commentary job very, very, very easy. Let's face it. Mr. Death Zone, I had lots of FPS freezing and then top it off, got disconnected. Mr. Death Zone in the Ferrari is one of our connection victims. Sorry, bud.
What I'd like to ask, actually, Mr. Desson, what happened on lap 1? I saw you were last by quite a bit as well. You were going to get lapped by Baggy when I joined. So did something happen?
Yeah, what was your lap 1? It's a Wakey. Hello, Wakey. Are you the guy that almost won the race? Did he not win a race?
Oh, I'm sure he has. TSO Wakey's been with us quite a while.
Yes, I'm sure I've commentated on you, or was in a race with you.
Yeah.
I think he was not in the feature 2 race last night. I think when I watched it back last
Probably.
night. Devastating pace. Chris Jones, it makes me want to dust off the PS4 and jump in the Lambo.
Yeah, I
GT
think,
Welsh
to be honest with you,
hello.
yes, GT Welsh, she jumped.
And here we go, Bailey. Sorry, I'm cutting you off here, but there we go. The THKKR Porsche is cutting off the Audi. They're going to go through the chicane side by side. The Porsche has made the move stick. Woof! Into the chicane. Gets the move done. Coming round into turn 7. And he has absolutely got that done beautifully. Got himself a great foot down there and has given himself an instant little gap to the driver behind, Bailey. That is an absolute stunning move.
That was a good move. I just joined as he was creating the gap. Fantastic from the Porsche driver. Really making those moves up now.
He really is. So he'll be looking to get the foot down and exploit that. As we see in the background, AMPO still has a rear view mirror full of car mentalists in that Lexus. But yes, indeed, Wakey, THKKR really is hot stuff. To be fair, if it's Twitch Wakey, I think I was in the same race as you last night, bud. I'm not sure if you've won it, but I think you might have been in it at the start. I'm not sure if you got disconnected. But I was the blue and white Ferrari that was pirouetting beautifully in Sector 2 all night. So, yeah, some fantastic stuff. As Car Mentalist is still on the back of AMPO. Do these two guys battle, Bailey, or do you think they work together and try and get them, at least one of them, onto the podium? What do we think?
Which cars now?
So Car Mentalist and AMPO, they're in 5th and 6th at the moment, very close to one another. Yeah, too much battling, they're going to have a whole problem of Ian TDI breathing all over them. Although in saying that, Ian TDI as well, does he... Oh no, so he does have himself a bit of a gap to TKR Saturn, but not enough to be comfortable. He's only one bend behind, so there's still battles developing all over the pitch here, Bailey.
Absolutely. I'm buzzing with the amount of gaps there are with just 0 point something.
It's incredible. I'm on board with PTX Guga in the Porsche, who is giving Big Wilson Mike a really hard time. He has zero respect for the juggernaut that is the Bentley, and he will be looking to slip that gold and white Porsche up the inside as soon as possible.
Yep, and he's got to bide his time a little bit around this track, more than others, because as we saw with Jorginho, was it Jorginho and THKKR?
Yes, it was.
So yeah, you can come a cropper if you make the wrong move at the wrong time, at the wrong curve.
Indeed, very quickly, very easily.
Very easy.
These tracks will bite back. Oh, the Lexus sticks his nose out as if he's going to have a look there, just to see if AMPO would flinch. And AMPO has flinched a bit. He's run a little bit wide on that curve, so the Lexus is going to get a good run into turn 3 here, as they come through 3 and 3A. 3A would be the limits of the imagination of the Hungaroring designers. There is a 3A and a 12A, just to mix things up a bit with the corner names.
Fantastic.
So the levels of genius. Someone got paid good money, Bailey.
Oh yeah.
Someone 100%. Got paid good money to come up with that. Yeah, let's just leave that one there. We are 30 minutes into the race. We have 17 drivers left. Lord Megatron is at the back in his Bentley with the Rainmeister just ahead of him. ERS Chromedix is in 15th. AJ to the P, Nut Hud and AJ style race, finds himself down in 14th with Jorginho in 13th. Piolo is in 12th with PTX Guga, looking to get himself in the top 10 at the expense of Wilson Big Mike, who is currently in 10th in the Bentley. He's got Jacques Racing ahead of him, who'll be hoping these two guys keep battling. TKR Saturn making moves through the field, is currently sitting at roughly the same gap he has behind Ian TDI, so Ian is looking pretty safe there if he doesn't make too many mistakes and doesn't get too keen. Trying to catch up on the back of Car Mentalist in 6th and AMPO in 5th. We've got ERS Militant, is up into 4th place in his Audi. THKKR absolute man on the move. In third place, Matt Stairs in the Audi in second. And surprise, surprise, Bailey, there is an indigo lime vehicle at the front of the race. Who could it possibly be?
Baggy 38, I think.
Bailey, I swear you're psychic. What a guess that, lad. Pick me some lottery numbers, my friend. It is indeed Baggy 38, 22 laps deep into the race. Finds himself nice and comfortably 24.2 seconds ahead. So much like AJ likes to do in some of his endurance races, Baggy thinks, yeah, I can get a 1 second a lap gap on these guys, and after 22 laps, he's 24 seconds up. So, yeah, that really is a performance again.
We're fortunate enough to have Baggy as one of our Patreon members, and he's been flexing on us a bit with his brand new podium Fanatic wheel, which looks an absolute beast.
Yes, that is correct. He did get a Fanatec DD1 direct drive wheel with the fancy blue trimmed Formula 1 wheel.
Oh, yes.
It is a thing of beauty, and I can also
Seems to be enjoying it.
He does, yes. I myself have recently saved up, well, not recently, I've been saving up since last Black Friday. I too have a Fanatec wheel, not the direct drive, I would hasten to add. I do have the belt drive, and
how is it?
Considerable piece of kit. It really is unbelievable, and I did treat myself to the Formula 1 weight. The things are phenomenal.
Yeah, Fanatec, if you want to sponsor us, please do.
Yes, Fanatec, come on, listen, we'll sing your praises. Because they really are good. And if Baggy isn't an advert for a DD1, I don't know what is.
Exactly.
He is absolutely. So I've got another friend actually, Johnny Bizzett, who should be watching. Congratulations on your podium during the week, my friend. He too got a Fanatec and qualified second in a pro race and finished in third on the podium. So Team Fanatec, it would appear, are the guys on the move. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on this lot.
Absolutely.
We'll jump on with Car Mentalist. He is still all over the back at AMPO, who has now, is that a back marker? No, they have caught up to Militant, so Militant made a mistake.
I think so, because the gap's still saying 2 seconds for me, so that is a definite mistake he's made, because that's dropped massively. Wait for it to load. That's got to be less than 5/10.
Oh yes, there's less than 5/10 between those three cars, I would
much
suggest.
Less than 5/10.
Yeah.
3/10, there we go.
There we go. So AMPO, wow, so Militant really does have his work cut out from him here. It's going to be very difficult to defend against two cars, and if one of them gets through, the other one as we go, as we see AMPO hugging that inside curve, trying to get the tighter line and get his foot down just a little bit quicker in this short sprint out of turn 13 into the start-finish straight. And I'll tell you what, we're going to see some movement along the start-finish straight, Bailey.
We are, absolutely.
We really are going
defending
to see some
or making moves.
Yeah, so there's the defensive move. There's defensive move 1. There's defensive move 2 by the AMPO. Because, of course, he's still got Car Mentalist, who's going to say thank you very much up the inside. Oh, he's not quite close enough, but I'll tell you what, he really is now. Car Mentalist is absolutely putting the pressure on AMPO. Keeping them side by side through turn 2 and into turn 3 and 3A. So these three guys absolutely battling it out for this 4th position here, Bailey.
Yeah, I mean, the positioning of the car was perfect for MPO for the attack, on Militant, but not the right move positioning for the defensive move, which is what you were saying. And he's just got a bit wide. That Lexus got the power down as soon as the foot was pressed to the throttle, and he is absolutely... He wants that position, let's put it that way.
Oh, these guys...
He's been wanting it for a while.
Oh, they really... And it's not just that. There'll be a prestige thing as well. Let's face it, AMPO, let's not forget, is our reigning champion. So you get a move done on him on track, you're feeling pretty good about yourself, Bailey. I certainly would.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, Ampio's being very patient with Militant, as you have to be in these types of races. But 10 minutes to go. You've done your pit stop. Look how close they are now. And he's made a mistake a little bit there. He's gone a bit wide into the final bit stretch before the final corner. So Pio will definitely want to make a move, I think. Possibly on the second straight, because you don't want to get that drag. You want to get a drag race as well.
Yeah, they really are going for it. TSR Wake is in the chat. Car Mentalist to jump both of them, so he has put his hat squarely on the Car Mentalist peg as we watch these three guys come round at this corner. And I'll tell you what we can see in the background, again, just lurking. Did you see that there, Bailey? There he is, Ian TDI.
Yes, Ian TDI.
In that Pours. That gap has
I've
dropped from
been watching
3.2 seconds to 2.4 seconds.
Whew.
So this really, really, really is shaping up to be an absolutely cracking ending to this race. It really is. We should jump on board. PTX Guga, by the way, you have to say that guy is still harassing the living daylights out with Wilson Big Mike. I'm beginning to think he's maybe just biding his time so as not to give away the reverse slipstream. Yeah, you know, you'd rather get the slipstream than give the slipstream, so he could well just be biding his time. But we are going to jump back on with AMPO, because this is the place to be. Sop Motorsports, ladies and gentlemen. Hit like, hit subscribe. This is the level of driving that we get every single week. Battles throughout the whole pack. This championship is just hotting up. Baggy is looking to get himself back up ahead of AJ to the P, who's down in 14th. AJ is, of course, our championship leader after 2 races. That will be all change as we see Militant runs a bit wide at the turn 13, so here we go, back up the start straight. Car Mentalist once again closes the gap on AMPO, and I'll tell you what, there's surely got to be we're going to see left-right defensive moves again, Bailey, and it looks like the Lexus is closer to the Lamborghini than the Lamborghini is to the Audi.
Close. It's mad.
He really has, and I'll tell you what, the three of them are left, right. Oh, and Car Mentalist is going to put this one up the absolute inside, and he has surely got the move done this time. He's been lining that up for 3 laps now, Bailey. They're side by side out of turn 1 as they're coming into turn 2, and AMPO's again picked the perfect line to take the apex on turn 2. That is where you need to be coming into 3 and 3A, and he's defended the charge once again, Bailey. Can you believe this?
Yes, but no, this is fantastic. I mean, Ian TDI as well. I'm just watching him. He's gonna get that gap down below 1 second, and if he's got the pace. Oh, look at Car Mentalist. He's gonna make a move into the chicane. He's looking to make a move.
He is looking to make a move into the chicane. No, he's tucked back in. Well, Car Mentalist now realises. And there's been contact. Car Mentalist. He clipped the curb on the exit. And it took his car airborne, gave him very little control of that there, and that led to contact.
That is
unbelievably bad luck there. Unbelievably bad luck for a driver, given what's just happened those few laps.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He got a bit of it, and he was pushed into the back of Ampio. That's unfortunate. He's picked up a lot of damage as well.
I'd imagine he really did make contact with the wall. We're still on board with Car Mentalist, who does have Ian TDI still all over the back of him, so that is unfortunate. Car Mentalist could well be sporting some damage as well. That was a fair impact he made with the back. Yes, indeed, TSR Wake. That is definitely an oof moment. It's what we in the professional commentator business call a humdinger. We're jumping back on board with Jack Racing, who now finds himself alongside AMPO, who is in a very battered and bruised Lamborghini with the bonnet. Definitely some bonnet to bumper separation there, so that'll not be doing his aerodynamics any good whatsoever.
Are we on board with PTX Guga? Because
we are indeed. Yes, we are.
Good.
We are indeed on board with PTX Guga, just coming out with turn 1. Ran it a bit wide there. I think the overspeed from the slipstream caught him out. He is definitely looking to make moves, and he's going to have to do it quickly because TSR Piolo is now lurking. With 6 minutes to go, he is looking at this, rubbing his hands together.
Oh, no.
And ready to make a move.
Thought he had a run. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about this when you watch the cars, and I'm sure a lot of the time a driver wants to break that extra meter later, so just to get that run around the outside, especially in some of these corners. Making the move around the outside is one of the better options, better choices. But I've not really seen that, and they've been selecting their lines perfectly. Ampio being one to show that off absolutely perfectly, basically. And yeah, it's really interesting to see these drivers not jump onto a move so quickly, but definitely planning it out before they do something.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we saw that with that overtake with Car Mentalist. He did line up that corner 3 laps on the trot, kept trying to make the move stick there, forcing the defensive moves. Those two guys had an absolute battle. We do still have battles all over the track here. PTX Guga is absolutely harassing Big Wilson Mike, as we've said. They've got TSR Piolo, who's having the drive of his life here. He has come back right into contention, and he could look to vault both of these drivers. And as this is going on, Ian TDI is still well within a second of Car Mentalist, who is well within a second of ERS Militant. And they're coming up to a back marker. THKKR is off with a nice 4-second lead in third place. Matt Serves is in second, and of course Baggy 38, Indigo Line team representative. And he is I think he's technically actually 26. Finished the race. 26 seconds, so he's pretty much finished the race all by himself.
Let's not jinx it.
No, curse of the commentator. We've certainly been famous for that. As we're jumping back on board with TTX Cougar, this is some really seriously close racing from these guys in the middle of the field, and it just we've had a bit of a wiggle, and the Porsche has had to take defensive action there. I think he outbraked himself, and the Bentley had a bit of a wiggle, but the PTX is definitely now in the clutches of TSR Piolo rather than chasing down Wilson Big Mike. So yep, just as TSR Wake said, Polo might be on Guga's bumper towards the end of the race.
We don't normally see a move there. I was going to get excited
then. That really was going to be squeaky bum time.
Oh, yes. Look how close they are. Yeah, this is fantastic. Absolutely.
Oh, yes. And that Bentley will be looking to make the most of that slipstream very, very, very soon. They're definitely letting Wilson Mike away. We do still have a battle royale going on between Ian Car Mentalist and ERS Militant. We will get back on board with that in 3 corners time. We will see if the Bentley does anything going into turn 1. He looks like he's staying the line. He goes a little bit wider, so he could be looking to hug the apex a bit tighter, trying to get that slightly tighter line with the foot down. Doesn't make enough inroads into the Porsche's lead to get a move done in this first section, so we'll jump back on board with Car Mentalist, who's absolutely in range to get a move done as we come into the dreaded chicane of death, which has now been nicknamed by several of the drivers, I should imagine. Definitely would have contributed to a couple of drive-through penalties, which we've seen. AJ to the P, of course, got himself a drive-through penalty early doors, and we did have another driver. If someone can remind me, I can't remember who the other driver was. But
Lord Megatron.
Was Lord Megatron, of course.
Oh no, possibly Rainmeister. Oh, here we go, sorry. I think we should stop yabbing, but Car Mentalist all over the back of ERS Militant, still looking to make moves early before the start-finish straight, maybe?
Oh, I think he might be. I think he might be coming in the last turn.
Yes!
Get him nice and close. He's got a very good line out of there, so this is going to be an absolute drag race. And it's going to be a 3-way drag race, because that Porsche is absolutely no slouch in the slipstream. So these 3 guys at the start of lap 31, 42 minutes into the race, and these guys are absolutely still going hell for leather to take the top 3 positions. Outside the top 3 positions, so 4th, 5th and 6th, and we've had a bit of a wiggle and a jiggle, and they're about to go 3 wide into turn 2. They really have Ian TDI looking to put it up the inside. That's a fantastically well held by him. Car Mentalist going round the outside.
No! Oh.
Wow, he's held that. He is absolutely held that, and even more impressively, the Porsche did not make contact in the back, so his emergency brake skills should never be questioned going forward. But this is unbelievable driving here from all 3 of these drivers. An absolute train of high-power sports cars. Less than half a second between the 3 of them, just over half a second between all 3 cars as we come through the chicane again. All 3 drivers nailed that beautifully. The leader, Baggy, is starting the final lap, lap 32. He has got himself some nice clear track, but ERS Militant, Car Mentalist and ENTDI definitely don't, as these three guys battling hard here, Bailey, to get the 4th and 5th positions here.
Yeah, well, yeah. This is a crazy battle, showing their skill, their talent, and just how hard it is to race these cars. I think it's not the easiest thing in the world.
Absolutely,
but as you
phenomenal
a really good thing to mention, I think, is there's 3 different cars, 3 different manufacturers in this battle, so they're all different. And look at ENTDI, all of a sudden he's looking to make a move on the Lexus.
Is looking to make a move. I've just been informed that PTX Guga has in fact been overtaken by TSR Piolo. So Piolo has got himself up to 11th place. And Car Mentalist has outbraked himself there, unfortunately. So ENTDI is going to go side by side with him. You think he has slightly? Well, he's definitely, ENTDI has definitely closed the gap, and he will be looking to make a move in the next 2 corners. So yep, so Car Mentalist definitely outbraked himself there. It's given ERS Militant the breathing space he needed just to keep this clean, to bring it home, to get himself the 4th place. We really should be watching the race leaders here. We've got so much battling going on as AMPO is all over the back of Wilson Big Mike. We've got a 3-way battle here as PTX Guga's coming in. So this is some brilliant driving for the top 10 position. AMPO is currently in 10th, looking to make up to 9th with TSR Piolo.
The leader has finished the race.
Baggy wins.
Baggy wins. Car Mentalist is looking, so we're going to watch these 3 guys. So we'll jump on board. Baggy wins. Matt Serves is in 2nd place with THKKR in 3rd. ERS Militant is currently in 4th with Car Mentalist and ENTDI right in behind them. Can Car Mentalist make it in? Militant's on wide. Militant has run wide. Is he going to lose? Is he going to lose 2 places here coming into the last 3 corners? He's gone down the inside. He's left him just enough room there. And I tell you what, ENTDI in the Porsche will be looking to make a move here. Absolutely licking his lips. Has he been given a free meal ticket here? ERS Militant looks solid. 3 corners from the end. Runs himself a bit wide, and Car Mentalist.
ENTDI's got a good exit.
He has indeed, and he's run wide. He's gone to wow, these 3 guys. Car Mentalist takes 4th place with ERS Militant, and I've just been blue screened. Are you joking me?
I'm jumping to the back. I'm going to commentate on
Piolo
and Big Mike all over the back of each other around the final corner. Wilson Big Mike seems to be getting a good run, but Piolo, they're too wide. No, and they finish. Fantastic! That was so close. I think Piolo was thinking, "Hold on, I've got another lap to go. I want that position properly." But wow, fantastic racing!
Unbelievable racing there.
AJ to the P, last car to cross the line, not celebrating like some of the other drivers were.
No, I don't imagine AJ will be celebrating, but I'll tell you who should be celebrating. We should be, and the viewers at home. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Give us some love in the chat. Give us a like and a subscribe. How fantastic was the end of that race, people?
Oh, wow.
Exactly, TSR, mate. There was that much action, the game crashed. It just could not handle it. My brain can't handle it. I'm going to have no voice for 2 days.
My finger was moving up and down trying to find which car you were on board.
The action to the end there. So yeah, once again, ladies and gents, SOP Motorsport bringing you some of the best racing you can possibly hope to find on ACC on PS4. That was week 3 of the championship. There is another 3 weeks of this to go, kiddies.
Oh God!
Can we handle it? That's right, Bailey. So yeah, so we've got a 2-week break. Are you back in? We'll jump back in. In fact, there's no point jumping back in now, just in case it gets kicked.
Nope, they'll kick. Yeah, they'll start jumping out anyway.
Yeah.
But just a quick mention. Yeah, we got 2 weeks to come off. Show the calendar, if you will.
Yes, indeed, we can do the calendar. We do have a frozen Bentley there. Why is the calendar? Ah, there we go. Nope, that's not the one. And now the technology all decides.
Where are we next, though? Do you...
Yes, of course I do. We are at the beloved Suzuka in Japan.
All right, so we're going international.
We really are going
Fantastic.
international, Bailey. That is an absolutely fantastic track and will offer some... the hairs on my arms are standing up at the thought of the racing that these guys are going to put on for us, Bailey.
Well, I tell you what, Suzuka, reminds me a lot of this track. Very narrow, not many places to overtake, but creates this fantastic racing. Exactly like this. There's a lot of tricky corners. The Porsche suits the track. So baggy, yet again, could be on top. We're not too sure. I know the Audi is also one that suits the track. I'm not too sure about the Lexus, the Bentley, or the Lamborghini for the Pro Series, but definitely a race to be looking out for.
Yeah, absolutely. Cannot wait for the championship to restart again. Have a quick run through of things. I am, of course, Double O Raven, and I am joined by SOP Colour Red, the man with a plan, Bailey.
Yes.
Give
Hello.
us some likes. Join us on Discord. Join us on Twitter. We will be having one more event for the year. It is the Silverstone Christmas 2.4 hour bash, Bailey.
Yes, fantastic. Can you say that again? 2.4 hours?
2.4 hours. 2 hours 24
Wow.
minutes.
Yes.
It will be absolutely amazing, and that is, of course,
I'll
the
be a
19th.
sweat bucket, that's for sure.
Oh, you and me both, my friend. You and me
God.
both. So, thank you once again, everyone in the chat, saying hello, watching the video. Give us the likes, give us the subscribes. I'm going to go and lie down in a darkened room and just let this all pass, Bailey. I don't know
Reflect.
about you. Indeed.
Yeah.
But
I'll be reflecting on this race for a while.
excellent. Well, thanks once again, Bailey. You've been fantastic. We'll see you again soon.
Yes, thank you.